Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, what are FODMAPs? So let's get started. Now, the word FODMAP is actually an acronym, and there are foods that are high in FODMAPs, there are foods that are low in FODMAPs. FODMAP specifically stands for fermentable oligosaccharide, disaccharide, monosaccharide, and polyols. So if you have some specific issues, it may be because you have a hard time digesting FODMAPs. This happens when you have some pain, some bloating, some visibly distended intestines and organs in your torso, as well as a variety of other symptoms. So I've been seeing this a lot more and more with my online coaching clients, and they're following their programs, they're following their meal plans, they're doing everything 110%, they're doing their workouts, they are in a caloric deficit. However, there is abdominal bloating and even some distended torsos. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what's causing that, what foods you want to eliminate, and how to manage it. So FODMAPs are fermented by bacteria and cause gas. And this gas can cause your torso and your waistline to look like it's getting bigger and can make you actually look like you've gained body fat, when in fact you are just actually having an intestinal bloating of gas due to the fermentation of certain foods that you may be eating. And it is not the common culprit that you may typically think of when you think of bloating. It's not just the basics like salt or something like dairy or something of that nature. So I'm going to read off this list to you guys of what foods contain FODMAPs. Again, fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. Now, there are some vegetables that are high in FODMAPs, and you wouldn't even realize that certain vegetables are more prone to causing intestinal gas. So things like artichoke, asparagus, cauliflower, garlic, green peas, leeks, mushrooms, onions, and sugar snap peas. So these are some vegetables you are going to want to avoid if you have some IBS, some gas, some bloating, and you want to avoid them temporarily just to make sure that you completely eliminate them so you can really pinpoint which one you are having an issue with. So some better alternatives to these are things like eggplant, green beans, bok choy, bell peppers, carrots, cucumbers, lettuce, potatoes, and zucchini. So some examples of high FODMAP fruit involve apples, apple juice, cherries, dried fruit, mango, nectarines, peaches, pears, plums, and watermelon. Now, some alternatives to these types of fruits that are going to be lower in FODMAPs are cantaloupe, grapes, kiwi, mandarin, orange, pineapple, and strawberries. Now, when it comes to dairy, things like cow's milk, custard, evaporated milk, ice cream, soy milk, sweetened condensed milks, and yogurts are going to be very high in FODMAPs, and you'll probably want to substitute them for low FODMAP alternatives such as almond milk, brie, feta cheese, hard cheeses, lactose-free milk, and soy milk made from soy protein as opposed to soy milk made from whole soybeans. Now, protein can be high in FODMAPs. So examples of proteins that are high in these chemicals include legumes, marinated meats, poultry, seafoods, and some processed meat. So anything that's going to be processed in that area, you definitely want to avoid. So some alternatives that are going to be better for you are going to be eggs, firm tofu, just very plain cooked meats, poultry, as well as tempeh. Now, when it comes to carbs, so wheat, rye, barley-based breads, breakfast cereals, biscuits, and snack products, all of those things are very high in FODMAPs. You will want to avoid those things. Lower FODMAP alternatives to those things are things like quinoa flakes, rice, corn, rice cakes, and barley-free, wheat-free, and rye-free breads. You'll want to just avoid all kinds of processed sugars of all types. I completely do not recommend anything of that nature. However, some low FODMAP alternatives, if you absolutely have to have something sweet, would be dark chocolate, maple syrup, or monk fruit. Now, for nuts and seeds, things you want to avoid are cashews and pistachios. Things that are going to be low FODMAP alternatives include walnuts, pumpkin seeds, peanuts, and macadamia nuts. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I encourage you to look below. I'm going to have a complete summarized list of high FODMAP foods that you are going to want to eliminate from your diet if you find that you may be having some of this intestinal gas and a distended torso as a result of your body having these fermented things happening in your intestines causing gas. So I hope this was helpful. Comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.